This is a Next Wednesday media production.
Hello, welcome back to GGTV. Now I'm just playing y'all, but welcome back. All right, so I'm about to get into God damn it, what's his name? Brandon and Kelly. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. So off rip, to me, their relationship looked like a rebound, because when you think about it, Brandon spent, like, he had another fling with the Emily Valentine chick. He was hung up on her. He spent Thanksgiving with her before she went off to Paris and stuff. And then Kelly had just broke up with Dylan. And after she broke up with Dylan, the first thing she does is go to DC to be with Brandon, right? So, in our 20s, I remember such a fine time. But, in your 20s, you can do shit like that. You just be vibing off of life. So for them to, just have a relationship out of a fling and they're in their 20s, like, it makes sense to me, okay? One thing I've noticed is it's like kind of a love triangle and it's more like a love square when you think about it, because Dylan, and maybe I'll do a video on him. Anyways, Dylan gets into like a really bad accident to where he totals his car. I'm not going to spill the beans on what happens because I just might do a video on him. So if you want a video on Dylan, then drop a comment below. Let me know. So anyways, Dylan ends up in the hospital, and then couple of flashbacks. Kelly was the last relationship that he was in, but he was flinging it up with Valerie. So, and actually it was her fault that the shit happened, basically. But anyways, so then fast forward, they are preparing for some kind of like little event. I think either the Walshes were cooking or whatever the case was. But the phone rings, Kelly gets it. It's like a collect or international call, not collect call. Dear God, 90s, such a time. But there was a international call from Paris. She thought it was Brenda. It wasn't Brenda. It was Brandon's ex, Emily, who her episode was called Firestarter, if I'm not mistaken. And that was like, first season? And then she showed up again, like, in season 4 when her and Brandon had the fling or whatever. So, he was hung up on her pretty hard, but she didn't call, she didn't write. So that's when, him and Kelly had started doing their thing. So, anyways, she calls to let him know she got a 4-hour layover in the city, blah, blah, blah. Steve is throwing a house party. And so I think Brandon had to skip out on it because he was going to pick Emily up from the airport, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyways, that was that whole nother situation goes down at the house party. And long story short, Emily tells Brandon that basically, she really didn't have a 4-hour layover. She was going to stay in town if he wanted her to, right? And then, so he ends up kissing her and stuff. They have a makeout session. That's how it ends. And then he wasn't there for Kelly. Like, okay, so at Steve's party, house catches on fire. Kelly gets caught in like the theater room. Well, in the bathroom. Her and this other girl. and they basically, the girl gets badly burned. Kelly's burns weren't as bad, but she just, felt some type of way because Brandon was supposed to come. That's what it was. He was supposed to come to the party, like meet her there, but like he never like showed up because he was with Emily or whatever. So she was already feeling some type of way. So now she's going through her angry phase of, well, it's the 7 stages of depression. You know what I mean? So like she's at anger at this point and real snippy with Brandon. I think she is catching on to what's going on with him and Emily because he has been like stinking off and like spending time with her. And not only that, but Kelly, because Dylan is in the facility. Not going to say what kind of facility, okay? If you want to know, I could do a video on him. So just drop it in the comments. Just kidding. But he's in a facility and Kelly went to go see him. So like, they're pretty much on a platonic type thing. But a platonic friendship. But Valerie did ask Kelly when Dylan was in the hospital. She did ask her. She was like, "You still love him, don't you?" And then so what it's looking like with these two is they're pretty much still hung up over their exes. But I think it's just because they didn't have that time in between to actually get over them. They just jumped into their relationship. And so, not saying that Kelly and Dylan are like messing around. They've just been, like talking on the phone here and there. Just being friends to each other at this point. Now, if anything happens, I don't know yet because, I'm still watching. Okay, I'm still watching. So there's always an update. I honestly feel like within the next couple of episodes, they're going to break up. And I feel like Kelly may break up with Brandon because of, everything that's going on with her, plus like the whole Emily thing. Because right now, I got my TV on pause while I'm doing this. And I'm on a scene where Brandon is literally kissing Emily. So Brandon's a good guy, but I feel like what he's going to do is maybe like fess up and say that he was, kissing on Emily or whatever, or kicking it with her behind Kelly's back. Kelly's probably just going to break up with him. I don't know. These are my predictions. What do y'all think? And if you've seen it before, don't spill the beans. All right, peace out.